All right, everyone, welcome back for another deep dive. You know how much we all love a good snack.
Oh, yeah.
Especially like a crunchy, salty bag of potato chips. But have you ever thought about what happens when those chips, you know, the ones we love so much,
Right.
get recalled?
That's not something I think about every day.
It's kind of scary, right?
Right.
I mean, you just assume they're safe. You grab a bag, you dig in.
Exactly.
But today we're going deep into the world of potato chip recalls,
Ooh, interesting.
so we can all snack a little more safely. We've got a great article here, Recalled Potato Chips.
Yeah.
What you need to know about recent recalls.
Okay.
It's got a ton of really good information. So let's just jump right in.
Yeah, let's do it.
So first things first, why do chips even get recalled in the first place?
You know, when we think about recalls, we often picture, like, dramatic things. Finding, like, glass shards or something crazy in our food.
Yeah, that's what I always think about.
Yeah, but in reality, it's not always that dramatic.
Oh.
Yeah, recalls can be issued for things that seem kind of minor on the surface, like labeling errors.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, or undeclared allergens.
Like if it doesn't say
Yeah.
that it has peanuts, but it has peanuts.
Exactly, that kind of thing.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, and these might seem small, but they're super important for a few reasons.
Okay, I'm curious. Tell me more.
Well, first of all, it's about consumer safety.
Right,
We got to make sure people aren't eating things that could harm them.
absolutely.
And then there's brand reputation. You know, companies don't want to be known for making people sick.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And of course, there's the legal side of things too. Companies can face serious consequences if they don't handle recalls properly.
Oh, wow, so it's a big deal.
It is a really big deal.
Okay, so we've got contamination labeling errors, packaging defects, and quality issues as like the main reasons.
Oh, those are the big ones.
Okay, so we need to check for all of that every time we open a bag of chips.
Well, you don't have to like inspect every chip, but
Yeah.
being aware of these potential problems is a
Right.
good first step.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So like with those crispy, crunchy chips,
Oh, yeah, that was a big one.
that recall, that happened. What made that one such a big deal?
Well, that was a pretty significant case for a few reasons. Finding those plastic pieces in the bags.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, it was a huge safety hazard.
No, people could choke.
Exactly. And it wasn't just about the immediate danger.
Oh, okay.
The brand's reputation took a massive hit.
Yeah, I bet.
Consumer trust plummeted, and there were even lawsuits.
Wow. It seems like it caused a ripple effect.
It absolutely did. That incident really highlighted how important it is for companies to prioritize consumer safety.
Yeah, and for us to be aware of what we're buying.
Exactly.
So, okay, we know why recalls happen, but how can we as consumers make sure we don't end up with a bag of recalled chips?
Well, it starts with being a little bit of a detective when you're at the store.
Okay, I like it. I'm ready to solve a mystery.
All right, so first, check the packaging.
Okay,
Look for 3 key things. The batch number.
the batch number.
Yes, the expiration date.
Got it.
And the UPC code.
Okay, I know where to find the expiration date and the UPC,
Yeah.
but what about the batch number?
Ah, yes, the batch number. That one can be a little tricky.
Yeah, where is it usually?
Well, it varies from brand to brand. It can be a mix of numbers and letters,
Okay.
and sometimes it's even like hidden within the expiration date.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So my best advice is to get familiar with how your favorite brands display that information.
Okay, so like just look at a few bags and see where they usually put it.
Exactly. After a while, you'll start to notice the patterns, and it becomes second nature.
Okay, I can do that.
Yeah.
So I've got my detective hat on. I've found my batch number,
Right.
expiration date, and UPC. Now what do I do?
Now we turn to technology.
Right.
Websites and databases are your best friend in this situation. The FDA has a great website.
I've heard of that one.
Yeah, you can search for recalls, by product brand, or date.
So I can just plug in all that information I gathered.
Exactly, and see if your chicks made the list.
Oh, that's really handy.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a super useful resource.
What about those recall apps I've heard about?
Those are great too. The USDA has one called Food Keeper.
Okay.
You can actually track your food inventory and get notifications about recalls.
Oh, wow. So it's like personalized recall information.
Exactly, it takes all the guesswork out of it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Okay, so worst case scenario. I've checked everything
Uh-oh.
and my chips have been recalled. What do I do?
Well, first things first, don't eat them.
Yeah, I was going to say, I really want to finish this bag.
I know it's tempting, but safety first.
Okay, you're right. Safety first.
Yeah.
So what do I do with the chips?
You'll want to check the recall notice. It usually has specific instructions.
Okay.
It might tell you to throw them away,
Yeah.
return them to the store, or contact the manufacturer.
And should I like go to the doctor If I ate some already?
If you've already eaten some and you start feeling off,
Yeah.
it's always best to talk to a doctor.
Okay, and what if I see something in the bag, like a piece of plastic?
Please don't try to remove it yourself.
Okay, no DIY chip surgery.
Exactly. Leave that to the professionals.
Got it.
Good.
But keeping track of all this recall information can feel kind of overwhelming.
Yeah, I get that.
Are there any ways to stay informed without constantly checking websites and apps?
You don't have to be glued to your phone.
Okay.
You can sign up for email alerts.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, the FDA and USDA both offer those. They send you like concise summaries of recalls.
So I don't have to read through a ton of stuff.
Exactly.
What about social media?
A lot of brands post recall notices on their social media account.
Oh, so if I follow my favorite brands, I might see it there.
Yeah, it's another way to stay in the loop.
Okay, so if I had to pick just one method, which one would you recommend?
That's tough. But if I had to pick just one, I'd say sign up for those FDA email alerts.
Okay, FDA email alerts it is. This has been so helpful.
Glad to hear it.
I feel a lot more confident now about snacking safely.
That's what we like to hear.
So the next time I see a recall notice, I'll know exactly what to do.
You got it.
Awesome. Thanks so much for all this great information.
Of course, anytime.
And all our listeners out there, stay safe and snack smart. Don't forget to check those pantry shelves. You never know what you might find. All right, everyone, until next time, happy snacking.